very excited at this point. Thankful to have Susan here at Ford. Also goes to talk to some other players who were striving for offense and coaching staff.
Well, I'm here with Coach Jim Harbaugh. Coach, you excited about this season?
Oh, of course. Chomping at the bit, ready to go.
When you think about this offseason, you know, it's always a long offseason, but you made some changes this year. You got the new weight room and new strength and conditioning coach. How have you seen the change physically in your guys?
Well, I think it's been outstanding. You know, and I think we can see it. You know, we can see the change. Guys physically look strong. They're also really been working out a lot together and sweating together, believing in each other. Guys are coming out of the, unexpected guys are stepping into leadership roles, and some expected guys who, have been good players and been leaders are also taking charge and holding each other to a high standard. High accountability and very motivated team, very healthy team right now, and a very in shape team. That's what you can see. So as a coach, that's my biggest goal. I mean, let's get the healthiest, best players we can to training camp, and then we'll start practicing and let the chips fall where they may.
You talk about some of those leaders, Chase Winovich, and the three guys that are here. I want to talk about them real quick. Chase is one of the guys that we've heard a lot about and the leadership that he's had. Can you talk just a little bit about him in the offseason and how you've seen him grow over the last 3 years?
Yeah, Chase is always been a real enthusiastic guy. Been really gung ho, and it shows up in his play. And I say that by example. He plays all out, plays with great effort. He's really come into confidence at the position of defensive end because he's a great player there, and takes a lot of pride in the rest of the defensive line, along with Rashawn and now seeing some of the tackles assert themselves, like Michael Dwumfor, who had a great spring, maybe our most improved by far player throughout the spring, and Aubrey Solomon, feeling like he's really turned a corner and becoming one of those guys that did you expect that he was going to be a leader and really get it? It's looking that way, and so that a lot of exciting things going on in that way. But I think Chase is that he's that kind of. When you talk about him specifically, what kind of leader is he? He's a leader by example.
And Tyree Cannell is one of the other guys that's here with us. How have you seen him grow and be a leader in that secondary?
Well, super, just the kind of temperament and mentality of a guy you want back there, signal calling in the secondary and communicating. He's very cerebral. He doesn't get rattled, and then he's got the physical talent to be the kind of safety that you want, somebody that can cover ground and somebody that can make plays on balls and somebody that can be a hitter back there and have some presence. And again, just all business, all about the business, all about, no drama with Tyree Cannell and kind of guy that the rest of the guys look up to.
And on the offensive side of the ball, we've got Karan Higdon here today. He's done a great job. Both those guys, Chris Evans and Karan, have done a great job with that competition in the backfield. How do you see utilizing those guys throughout the course of this season?
Yeah, well, where they both going to carry a heavy load, probably an equal load because they're both equally good players. I mean, they're both really good players, and they do. Everything pretty darn well, and I know they want to take their game up in all areas, but yeah, we're going to same thing, rely heavy load on both of those guys running the football, pass protection, catching the ball out of the backfield, and then interesting things. Who's the third back? Who's that going to be? Is it going to be one of the two freshmen? Is it going to be Amari Samuels? Is Kurt Taylor gonna step up? Jared Charr, one of those guys, or is it going to be one of the two freshmen? Hassan Haskins, Christian Turner. You know, they're going to have a license and the ability to be that third back. But so feel good about the two guys that are right there at the top. You know, right now, True Wilson is our third back, so I don't want to leave him out of it. You know, he's the guy that's actually, you know, in that third back position. He's going to, you know, he's there, and then there's going to be some other guys fighting to, you know, to get those carries. But you know, True's done a fantastic job. Joe Hewlett, you know, another guy that is really done well. He excels on special teams as well, so expect him to play quite a bit in that area. And then it'll be, you know, there's a fight there for that third spot, and it'd be good to see. It'd be a good conference to watch, sit back, watch, and can learn a lot by just watching.
And another question going into the season has always been the offensive line.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what it means to have Ed Warner and the experience and the depth of knowledge that he brings to the staff and the offensive line?
Yeah, it's been tremendous. You know, he knows what Big Ten football is all about. He knows you know, these other teams that we're playing, coached on some of them, as a matter of fact. So you know, he's been tremendous. Love talking ball with him. Love watching film with him. Really like watching him coach. Added Brandon Blaney and Ron Prince, who's a shining star. Also Pat Kugler, graduate assistant in there. They've done great in collaborating on that offensive line. Yeah, that's the most important position areas, offensive line and defensive line. To me, the one I always, you know, really track over the summer and watch how they're developing, how they're coming together. I think our offensive line has got to be improved, and it needs to be for us to have a chance to be the kind of successful that we want to be.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.